setting up, but we are inside the new 2024 1794 Tundra. And yeah, we'll talk about whatever you guys want to know about this truck. We did quite a few videos on it already. The first drive, the walkthrough of the vehicle. We did the financials yesterday. Let's just see who's around. We're a little bit early from what I said. It's 5:46 p.m. I'm just setting up my chat over here so we can see what's going on without having to touch the phone the whole time, because you are mounted in a very weird position right now that will probably fall eventually. So let's see who's around. It is very early, and I apologize. There's a reason we had to change to this day. This was supposed to be a Friday evening live stream, but I'll explain to everyone when they pop on. It's kind of a funny thing, but you know, what are you going to do? Got to make changes when you need to. So for those who do show up, thank you for being here live. And for those who are watching the replay of this, thank you for watching the replay. And we will see what's going on. So hello, people signing on. A cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. We love you. God bless America. TC Black, Jimmy, how's it going? Put my drink down here. Alvin, how are you? Good to see everyone. The vehicle is on right now. I got the air pumping, so we're going to try not to sweat. The reason we did this at 6 p.m., Hatting my way, how you doing, buddy? The reason we did this at 6 p.m. Eastern is because of the light. It's going to get dark here around 6:45. I got the pano open so we can get as much light as possible, and it looks like on the phone screen, hi, Leroy, how are you? It looks bright, but in person, it's not as bright. Reg, what's going on? Darcy, cheers to you as well. It's good to see people are around. Sean, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. You got me wanting a 1794 over the Capstone. Two great choices, two high levels of luxury. To be honest with you, you could probably save more money on the Capstone because in some markets, the Capstone just doesn't sell very well, and a lot of dealers want to get that thing going. So it's worth a check out. Full Send, how you doing? I'm sorry to change the time on everyone, and I say that when Full Send signs on because he was a proponent for Friday night instead of Saturday morning. So Josh says, at work, wish I was sitting in a Tundra right now. I hear that. So yeah, thanks. There's already 29 here. Thank you very much. There's already 10 likes. Thank you for hitting the like button as well. So there's enough of you on here for me to explain why I had to do this last minute switch. So I did a poll yesterday to ask, would you rather this live stream be on Friday night or Saturday morning? I wanted to do an in-car. We haven't done that yet. So Friday night seemed to be the direction we were going to go. But right behind me, which you can't really see, is a high school, and their football field is right against mine, and they play football on Friday nights, okay? So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, hold on, let me make sure they're not home tomorrow. Not only are they home tomorrow, their game starts at 6 p.m., and they're playing another local rival, which means it gets insane. The street in front of me, my street, gets packed with cars parking. It's extremely loud with the music and everything, and there's a ton of fans that go to that game, to those games, I should say. So tomorrow night would have been a terrible, terrible, terrible idea to do, and that's why I had to do the last-minute change. So moral of the story, when you're buying a home, maybe don't do it against a football field. Just saying, just saying. Let me get caught up on everybody here. Fred, how you doing? I already said hi to Darcy. Sean, Brian, what's going on? Josh is at work, wishes he was in a Tundra. Fossil says, did you get a meet and greet set up? Not yet. And I'm going to explain that to you. Fossil, remind me of that in 5 minutes, and I'll tell you where we're at with that one. It's a Thursday. Yep, we're on a Thursday instead of the Friday, and I apologize. Jimmy says, I'm disappointed that the 2025 Toyota Tundra SR Crew Max doesn't come with the 6.5-foot bed. Yeah, so the SR Crew Max has never come with the 6.5-foot bed. I've made videos on it a few times. I feel like that's a big miss because the big cab for the crew and the big bed to take all your stuff with you, that's a no-brainer in my opinion. Steve says, light is just right on the video. Thank you. Happy Thursday. It's probably going to get worse. Thank you, Fossil, for the reminder. Sean says, nice looking truck. Go Big Orange, says Joe. So also, the Giants play at 8 p.m. tonight against Dallas. So you know what? 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys will be long off this by then. So that's cool. Luke says, hello, this is Luke from Clarksville, Tennessee. Hello, Luke. How you doing? I do agree with you, Jimmy, for sure, for sure. Man, this time of day works great for me. Family and I do Friday night, movie night. What do you think about Thursdays? I would be happy with Thursdays. I have no problem with that. Now we could get back into the groove. because over the last few weeks when I was trying to get this truck deal done, and then when was the truck going to get delivered, and then having to make all the initial 1794 videos, I fell off the live stream train again when I just got back on it and did like 4 or 5 in a row. So we will get back onto a weekly live stream. Absolutely. DL says, congrats on the new truck. Thank you. Thursday Nitro makes me miss Monday Nitro, you know? Which reminds me, if anyone out there is a wrestling fan, make sure you watch the new Vince McMahon Netflix series they have going on. 389 horsepower. Oh, it went off here. 389 horsepower engine, perfect for the SR. Don't forget, the SR engine is detuned. They detune the iForce engine in the SR. Keep that in mind if you are, in the process of purchasing. So, as we said, on the phone, it looks nice and bright. It looks like, daytime. But in real life, it's kind of getting dark. And the ambient lighting is starting around the truck to where you can see it. Eventually, during this live stream, I will pull the phone off the mount and I'll show you everything about this truck. Once I get it off the mount, I don't think it's going to get back on. I kind of have it like rigged up a certain way, so I don't want to take it off too many times. Go Penn State Wrestling. There you go, Fred. Full Sense says, I remember in 2023 passing by a dealership and I stopped to look at some Tundras. I saw a truck exactly the same as yours, 1794 Midnight Black TRD Off-Road. It was my favorite truck there. Yeah, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I love this truck. There was a time when, this was a possibility. I can explain everything to you now, so ask any questions you have on this truck. When I wasn't sure I was going to get this, but I was hoping and, I was going to keep fighting for it. One of the things I did was, I started to plan like, I'm going to take all the chrome off and I'm going to make it blah, blah, blah. The minute this truck hit my driveway, I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to take the chrome off. I kind of like the way it looks. Like maybe take the chrome off the mirror caps, the tailgate handle, like small stuff like that. But somebody said to me early on when I first got the truck, like, yo, you got a 1794, enjoy the package for what it is. And chrome is definitely part of this Western theme. But other than that, with the TRD off-road package, this truck has such a great look to it because it does remove some of the chrome. You got the TRD grille, you got the black 20-inch TRD wheels. It kind of nullifies the chrome a little bit to where, I don't know, I think it looks so good the way it is right now. So as of right now, I do not plan to dechrome this, which is against my religion. Because usually I'm talking about taking chrome off of everything, but I don't think I've ever had anything this nice. So I don't know if I want to mess with that right now. Let's see, I'm getting behind. So I got my iPad here to read the comments so I don't have to keep touching the screen. Alan says, I'm not sure I like the rally stripes on the new Tundra. Not going to say that. YouTube guidelines. Do you mean the TRD rally package you're talking about? Like the Toyota Heritage stripes? That's been around a long time. Yellow, red, and orange. DL says, checked out a limited TRD off-road last week, but still enjoying my 2019 Tundra. Not ready to make the change. Take your time. Your Tundra's going to last forever. The second gens last forever, so no need to rush if you don't want to. Full Send says, SR isn't detuned. It has smaller turbos. It's the same as the GX 550. Detuned meaning less horsepower. My bad. Less horsepower, less torque. Just need you a cowboy hat and boots. No, see, that's the thing. And my father said this to me, and it made me laugh. I told him about this truck. This was a couple months ago when I was thinking about getting it originally. He doesn't understand why I want a Western-themed truck. We're from New York. So that made me laugh. I haven't forgotten that. That made me, every time I get in this truck, I kind of giggle at that a little bit. I don't know. I just like the Western theme look. I think the saddle brown looks awesome. It's now real wood grain in the 1794 Tundra, which is cool. The ambient lighting. I like the luxury. I do a lot of driving to these dealerships all over the place in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. We went to Virginia. Comfort matters, right? These seats feel great. The genuine leather, heated and ventilated options. I've used the memory seat twice because my wife has driven this thing twice. So I got in and I was like, boom, hit number 1 and the seat goes right back to where it needs to be. So far, loving it. And I knew I would. I had that TRD Pro, the 2022, for a little while, and that had some creature comforts in it. And when I got into the SR5, I was like, I'm not going to miss any of that. I don't travel enough to miss that kind of stuff. But then I left my real job and started to do this full time and travel to all these dealerships, to where I was like, wow, I would really like some of those creature comforts back. So this makes sense for me. Take that for what you will. Reg says I should get a cowboy hat. Was looking at the wood grain on last gen 1794, and yours, the wood grain on the new gen looks great. Yeah, so it was fake wood grain in the second generation, and I guess somebody said something about that enough because now it is real wood grain. Rodeo, what's going on, buddy? Good afternoon, Mark. Just tuned in. We're just busy helping out the wife. Looking great in that new 1794. Welcome to the club, buddy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Again, when we get about halfway through this, we're 10 minutes in. I will turn the camera around. We'll do whatever we got to do with checking everything out. I'm just afraid once I take the phone off the mount, we're going to lose it. Paul says, wouldn't white letter tires complement the TRD off-road 4x4 sticker on the bed? I mean, it could. I don't mind the setup that's on here now. I got to be honest with you. All these Tundras I look at all the time, all the different trims, there's just certain setups, certain configurations to me that look like they don't need one thing to change on them to look better. Some people don't like the front end of these trucks, the grill. I think it depends on the configuration you get, where the grill would look better than, on other configurations. I think this one looks really good. I think the Midnight Black makes the 1794 look unique. And I kind of feel that way about Celestial Silver on 1794 as well, where the black like accentuates the chrome in such a way where it shows it off more, but it's not obnoxious, where the Celestial Silver hides the chrome because it's close enough to the silver. Those two colors look the best on this truck. But when this thing was sitting in my driveway, and you buy something this expensive, you're gonna stare at it. You're gonna look for reasons to go outside and look at it. And I am no different than any of you. I do a Tundra channel because I love the Tundra. So I come outside and I look at the thing and I'm like, oh my God, this thing looks so good. There's not much I want to do to the outside of it. It looks great. And the inside is perfect. I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been on this channel. There's 54 of you on here right now. Hello, everyone. If you're new to the channel, the 1794 has been something I've wanted for a very long time. But I wasn't going to do it unless I could get it where I wanted it as far as, payment-wise and the deal and all that. Because it has to fit in to the budget with the channel. And that's what it's all about. So, all right, back onto this. Jimmy says, I love your shirt. Can you see it? It's got the Toyota Racing on it. I know the camera isn't so great. Thank you, though. Toyota Outfitters, the website that is the official merchandise of Toyota, TRD, and Toyota Racing. Use the promo code TundraDude, all caps, one word, TundraDude, saves you 25% site-wide. And also, while I have you, inside this truck, which I will show you, we have the LazFit floor liners now. I've partnered with LazFit, and there's a promo code and a link for you to save 15%. If you go to the description of this video, you will see the LazFit link to click. Website, the whole website, 15% off if you use TundraDude34 promo code. So, LazFit floor liners, I got to be honest with you, the floor liners in here looked great, the 1794 ones with the little rug mat on it and stuff, but those mats had like no coverage. So floor liners had to happen. Went with LazFit. These things are, cheaper than the other brands out there that you normally see. But the coverage is great so far. They've been in the truck now for like 5 days. No problems, no issues, no sliding. They grip well. So if you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, but great quality, check out my promo code and the link in the description of this live stream. Just trying to save you guys a little cashola. Let's see. Rodeo says, going to have my 1794 detailed next week. My daughter is getting married, so I wanted to be prepared. Congratulations. That is a big day. Joe says, I like that smoked mesquite on the 1794. I will be honest with you. After I got the black, I saw one of my, I won't say neighbors, but someone in town has a 1794 setup just like mine, but smoked mesquite. And I've been seeing it more often. And I've been looking at it like, wow, did I miss out? Should I have gotten that the 1794 smoked mesquite? And many of you will be like, yeah, you should have did that. 10-4, good buddy, I got you. There was a couple colors. Conicelli also had a blueprint one, which I would have totally jumped on, but it had the cream interior, not the saddle brown interior, and I didn't want that. Don't forget, cream interior is gone. After 2024 model year, no more cream interior on the 1794 is an option. It's just saddle brown. They got rid of it. Probably wasn't doing great in sales. All right, Fossil says it's been 9 minutes now, and I have to go back, Fossil, and I'm going as we speak to see exactly what you wanted to know. Fossil says, okay, meet and greet. Okay, guys, there's 60-something of you on here right now. Conacelli Toyota wants to do a meet and greet, me, you guys, at their lot on a Saturday. They'll provide the food. We could test drive the Tundras. We could walk around the Tundras. We could do whatever we want to do. I can't get a commitment. I would need a commitment from people to give them the go ahead. I don't want to have them do this big to do and then 5 people show up. So do me a favor. In the comments right now, if you would come to a Conacelli Toyota where we bought the 1794 meet and greet, me, you walking around the trucks talking, it would be like a dealership walk, but instead of you guys watching it on the phone or on your TV, you're right there with me. You can walk me through the Tundras and tell me the deal. We'll go opposite day. Would you go to that? Just give me a yes, thumbs up if you would go to a Conacelli meet and greet. Thumbs up, yes. Thumbs down, no. That's all I need. The problem is there has to be a commitment of people before I give them the go ahead. I don't want to have them do everything for 5 people. That's it. And I know a lot of you guys, and this is the big problem with a meet and greet, you don't live around Pennsylvania. You don't live around New Jersey. You live in Texas and California. Most of my viewers are Texas, California, Florida, Canada. So I get it. But just wanted to see how many people would go. So Fossil asked that, and I asked him to remind me because I forget everything because I'm getting old. Okay. And while you guys are thumbs upping or thumbs downing on if you would go to a meet and greet, raise your drinks. A cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. And don't forget the over-the-road 18-wheelers. Without them, we don't get our products, and we cannot operate as a country. So God bless America. Cheers to the greatest country on earth. That's delicious. This Pepsi Zero Sugars, what's up? Pepsi, call me, dude. We can do something, you know? All right, let's see where I'm at. I'm way behind again. All right, likes the shirt. That's good. Fossil reminded me. Thank you, sir. You need to go to Texas to visit the plant. That could be a great spot for a meet and greet in the future. That has been talked about, actually. Dan says, are you going to replace the tires at some point? I have a 24 Lunar Platinum that is I absolutely love, but I think could use some tougher looking tires. Dan, first off, sweet truck. Congratulations. That's a nice one to have. Yeah, I'm going to let these tires wear down a little bit. I have all intentions, and I know you guys will use this against me later, but I put myself out there enough. Why not go all the way? I have all intentions of keeping this thing as long as humanly possible. This isn't going to be one of those things where we turn around in a year. This is going to stay. The only time this truck would go next to another truck to make channel sense would be when the refresh happens. And there's rumor it's going to happen in 2026. There's rumor it's going to happen in 2027. Rumors, rumors, rumors. When we know, we'll figure it out. If it happens next model year, I won't be getting rid of this next model year. This will definitely be here for a little while. There's really nowhere else to go for me. I mean, this is the pinnacle, ladies and gentlemen. 1794 for me. This is what I love. So it's not a matter of jumping into anything because it doesn't get much better than this for me. So this one will be around. And back to Dan's story. If the truck stays around long enough, yeah, I would definitely replace the tire. I really like Toyo. Toyo I had on my 09 Tundra, some mud terrains, which I wouldn't do mud terrains again. Toyos are great. The BF Goodrich KO3s are out now. I would check out. A nice, aggressive-looking all-terrain. And the Falcon Wild Peaks, I mean, these are great tires. Some people are just not a fan of the look. Some people complain about the performance, but I'm hoping for a couple snowstorms this year so we could give these tires a real test. Reggie says, I'm jealous of the black headliner. Yes. Wonder if anyone makes a change-out kit, then dyeing the headliner would be left to do. I'm sure there's someone that makes headliners. And if any of you out there are in the market for a Tundra for 2025, something to note, 2025 and beyond, all headliners in Tundras from SR to Capstone are now black headliners. No more gray headliners. So you used to have to come up into 1794 Platinum and Capstone to get the black headliner. Then last year they added the Pro for the black headliner. Now they're all going to have black headliners. So this to me ties the whole truck together. Doesn't matter what trim you get. If you get a limited, right, and you have the black interior but the gray top, it always looked weird to me. Now black headliner, it just makes everything look better, in my opinion. There are some of you that don't like that. They want the gray headliner. So let's see. Jose says my next Sequoia will be the 1794 Sequoia in white or black. Get the white one. That one looks great, dude. Totally. Other mods in mind, there are 2, actually 3. One is supposed to be here today, which I'm starting to think it's not coming today. That video will be next week. The other one is supposed to come within the next couple weeks, and that is mechanical performance, we should say. And the third one, I'm still in negotiations on right now. But yes, there is stuff lined up for this. There's even a fourth one that my week has been getting away from me, man. I'm starting to get to that point where I got to catch up on everything. Bowling league started again. There's things I've been doing that have taken away a lot of time. So I got to start making some lists and get caught up. But modifications will be coming to this truck. It won't change the overall look. It's sensible modifications and some fun stuff too. Stay tuned. Full send, my buddy. Luke says my 2024 1794 is mag gray. Yes. And I've not stopped driving it since my return from Germany on the 23rd of August, 2024. I changed out my mats, didn't like the carpet. Luke, thank you for your service to our country. We appreciate you. Welcome home, soldier. And great choice on magnetic gray, another fantastic color for the 1794. Do you want a fun fact? If you go outside and look at your mag gray 1794, it's TRD. If it's TRD, look at the sticker. The sticker's in red, okay? On all the other 1794 TRDs, it's in like a white, gray, black mix. Just a little fun fact. By the way, when I was talking about football field to you guys, right there. See it? See the light? Can't get... Why can't I point at this thing right? There we go. That's the football field light. So they're over there practicing right now. That's why we didn't do tomorrow night. Okay, moving on. Venato says the 1794 was my second option, but I couldn't say no to a Terra TRD Pro. Nothing wrong with the Terra TRD Pro. Nice choice. I love that color. Tomorrow's video is going to have to do with that. There's one out there already, and it looks good. Sold already. Jeremiah says, look at all that sunlight coming in from the panel roof. Stoked to pick up my Tundra tomorrow. Yeah, man. I mean, it's so funny how clear and bright it looks on the phone. Thank God. It's not. It's getting dark, and that's why we did this at 6 o'clock. But we're going to keep going. You might not be able to see me eventually, but who cares? Fossil says, I think wait until 2025, hit the lots. Yeah, so depending on where you are in the country, 2025 is already on the lot. If you're down toward Texas, Cali, that kind of thing. I know around me, they're supposed to be coming week 1 or 2 October, and that's New Jersey. So hopefully they will get here very soon. There's already incentives on 2025s. I'm not sure what they are, but I saw one in passing the other day. So that's good. Did it right away. Pro 4X Kevin, how you doing, pal? Good to see you. Do says, congratulations on your new truck. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that and being here. I'd love to, but I probably couldn't. Says, okay, so this is what we're talking about with the thumbs up or thumbs down. A lot of people far away that can't do the meet and greet. Anthony says, your future is at the dealership. You're awesome. I'd buy a truck from you. Tony, yeah, I'm never going to work at a dealership. I like to talk to you guys about Tundras. I like to help you guys pick out your dream Tundra. But that's what's fun for me. I don't want to work at the dealership. And I'll be very honest with you. There's been a few dealerships that have straight up offered me a job. It's happened quite a few times. They see the video. They see the detailed walk around stuff. And I get it. But my passion is Tundras and helping you with your Tundra. I don't want to sell them. I'll help you right up to the point of you going to buy it. But there's nothing better to me, 8.5 years doing this channel, than when you guys send me a picture of a brand new truck and you're excited about it. That's what this is all about. That is the stuff that keeps me going day to day, for sure. Washington State for Kev. Luke says too far from Tennessee. Chris is in New York. Where are you in New York, Chris? Fred says, what part of Pennsylvania is Conocelli Toyota? Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. I think it's more toward Philly. God bless America, says Full Send. I love it. I am way behind. JT says Iowa's here. Love Iowa. Joe says cheers in Tennessee here as well. A lot of Tennessee tonight. All right. Jimmy says I'm too far. I can't, but it would be awesome. Fossil said a thumbs up if the date works. Like that. Let's see. Dew lives too far away. Andrew, how you doing? Good to see you. Justin says live too far. Hung says hi. How you doing? Good to see you. Brian says cheers. I like that. Coke Zero over Pepsi Zero. Andrew, we're not doing that today, buddy. It's a Pepsi live stream, right? One day they're going to call me and be like, hey, we saw you using our drink. You want us to sponsor you? I'm be like, yeah, it's the choice of a new generation. I could be the spokesperson. We could do this. I mean, Jeff Gordon did it, right? Jeremiah, congrats. Enjoy the new truck. Nice. Let's see. Rev 3s, says Paul. I don't know what we're talking about. That might have been a tire thing. Needle Ridge Grapplers are nice tires for the Tundra, absolutely. All black interior, period, says Kev. And there's a lot of different trucks that could do that, i.e. now the Limited for 2025 can do that. The Platinum can do that, so that'll be good. Joe says, turned off the fake engine noise yesterday. I like it so much better without. I still like the fake engine noise. I think I'm just so used to the SR5 being like insanely quiet. It's kind of nice to have that little kick. But hey, to each their own. I'm glad you could, turn it off. Scott says, next mod, tow hooks. AFE had tow hook options that I used on my 2023. I'm probably going to put them again on my 2024. It's always good to have the tow hooks. I think they're like $160 or so, worth the money. And while we're at this quick point, just wanted to say thank you for being here. I know it's a weird time for everyone. We got 69 on here and 50 likes. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Let's talk Tundra. Let's have a good time. Let me help you pick out the Tundra of your dreams, because that's what it's all about. But, if you are new, hit subscribe, hit the like button. It helps out the videos. And I thank you guys very much for being here. We might have a lot more live streams inside the cab of the truck. These seats are so comfortable. I could do this all day. All right, moving on. And then when I get caught up, I'll take the phone off the mount and I'll show you everything. Don't say go Cowboys. It's go Giants tonight. The Giants will beat the Cowboys tonight. It's fun watching them lose. I feel like the Giants are going to find a way to, get themselves together. They got the win last week. Let's keep on keeping on. Hope you love it. I probably had a hand in building it in San Antonio. Robert, dude, check it out. You might know this hat, dude. This is from the plant. Sequoia, Toyota, Texas. Great hat. My favorite hat. But thank you very much for your hard work down at TMMTX building these Tundras. I appreciate you. Let's see. I'm looking into the 1794. I wonder, should I get the TRD off-road package with the lift kit? Hey, if you have the funds, that would be an ultimate 1794. I'd probably be a little jelly of you. That'd be a nice one. Johnny says, looking at a new 1794 Tundra and want the best ride for road driving and pulling a bass boat. In your opinion, what is the best ride? Stock suspension, load leveling with AVS, or TRD off-road package? And you are going to be doing road driving and pulling a bass boat. I'd probably go with the AVS suspension and the load leveling rear height. That'd probably be your best bet. The best part about these new generation Tundras, and anyone who's driven it regularly or driven a few of them can tell you, they all drive great. They all have great suspension, and like feedback on the road, like road feel, is night and day better than what it used to be. So overall, you're going to have, a decent ride regardless. But if you're going to be towing a boat, I don't know how much the boat weighs, but you might just want to get the AVS and the load leveling rear height suspension. Why not? On road and towing, that seems to be the smart move, in my opinion. It's your money, though. It seems like a lot of people are liking the 1794 now. I hope I didn't have a part in that. I don't know. I always laugh at that because, I've always liked the 1794, never bought one for some reason. And now that I've been hyper focused on it, a lot of people talk 1794 to me, and I can't tell if they've always been that way or if it's a new thing. I don't know. Kev says 1794 is my choice. There you go. Johnny, oh wait, hold on. I'm passing people. Heading my way says, I will back in October. You'll be back in October in the beginning of November to go to Conshohocken. Used to go to a dealer down the street from there. Nice, cool. Jonathan says, why do you like the 1794? Does the Western theme or the meaning of it being the year of the farm? All right, well, I'll be a little honest with you here. This is one of those secondhand embarrassment things. So I feel all you guys out there. My love for Tundra is deep enough to where I feel like the 1794 is the actual flagship trim of Tundra. It's named 1794 because that's the year the ranch was founded, that the factory sits on, that they make the Tundra now, TMMTX. To me, there is nothing cooler than being a Tundra fan driving a truck named after the heritage and the foundation of the truck. So that's why I love the 1794. I love this kind of interior. If I owned a red Ferrari, I'd have it with the tan interior. I like the saddle brown look in here. And luxury features, can't go wrong. But it all starts with the name and then with these great setups of interiors they have with the color. That's my meaning. Absolutely. And before 2016, they didn't offer the 1794 with the TRD off-road. 1794 came out in 2014, and then in 2016 they added the TRD off-road. I was this close to buying a 2016 1794 TRD off-road in midnight black, actually. but went with the Mag Gray TRD Pro that I started the channel with. So I do love the 1794 trim. Great question, Jonathan. Heartland Labradors. How you doing, pal? Go with Westcott collar lift and 35s. Love Niddle Ridge grapplers. Maybe. I love Westcott. Jeff is a great guy, so I have a lot of faith in his reliability of his parts. He's a big Toyota guy. Luke says not TRD. Kev says stock suspension and a +1 tire size is what I would do. Not bad. Andrew says that interior looks better than the red TRD Pro. Somebody told me the other day that I traded the TRD Pro because it had the red interior. No, I like the red interior on the TRD Pro. But yeah, I don't know. Some people liked it. A lot of people hated it. So I apologize. No more red interior. We got this now. I'm still way behind in getting caught up, but do you guys want to see the inside of this thing? You want me to whip this camera around, show you what's up? Let me get this moved out of the way real quick. Put this like this down here. If I lose you, just come on back because this phone mount is insane. Hold on. Oh, we got it. Okay. Let me see if I can flip this thing around. I will show you a little bit about this truck. Here we go. Okay. We are in 1794, of course. Here's what we got going on. I don't know if it'll focus or not. Let's see. Focused you. So we already got 679 miles on the truck. I got my little auto stop start off. That's part of my start the truck routine. Digital gauge cluster, of course. Can you see the heads up display? You guys can see that on camera a little bit there. Heads up display. Big 14-inch screen. By the way, this is the phone mount from Off Roam. I've had this for a while. This thing is awesome if you need a phone mount for your truck. Something to look into for sure. Kevin, how you doing? Roanoke in the house. Obviously, you got the top of the line climate control, of course. This has the wireless charger, and it's still terrible, just like it has been since the start of the new generation. There is hope, though. For 2025, they made this more reliable, they said. I don't know how, but they fixed the wireless charger for 2025, so it will be better. Got that red start button there. There's the ambient lighting. Looks like it's coming through good on the phone. Got the 1794 over in the corner there. I'm going to do the first oil change probably maybe around 3,000. I'm going to do a really early one just because of, the stuff we've been seeing, right? So that is what my plan is. This does have JBL, of course, as you can see up here. Black headliner with the handles. You guys can see the pano behind or above me. This is the digital rear view mirror. If it's shaky, I apologize. Power folding mirrors, of course. Got my sodas down here, but this thing closes up if you don't need to use the cup holders. I don't really see the point of that, but hey, whatever. Whatever makes me spend 70 grand, right? Wood grain, this thing opens up. I brought over my console safe from my 2023. There's the back there. You got the ambient lighting on the sides. It's hard to turn around. You got those window shades. They pop up over there if you want it. Not a bad looking truck, right? You guys know how this all works, but I'll throw it into reverse real quick to show you the 360 camera. You're going to be hearing that because my fence is right there. I'm going to drive. If I hit the button, it'll show my wife's car in front of us. Got the 360, and you could change it to all these different things. You know the deal. We did the walk around. All right, so let's get set back up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm here. I'm here for you. All right, let's get this right back on here so we don't have a problem. Okay, I think we did it without having an issue. I thought that was going to be a serious problem there, and we're good to go. We're back. All right, let me get this thing going again over here, get caught up on all these questions. I'm very sorry I'm far behind. There's quite a few people here tonight. I did not expect that. Do you guys like this time on a Thursday? That's pretty cool. Got finished cooking dinner because, working from home, that's the rule with the wife. I am the cook now. All right, let's get back to it. I'm so lost. I should get a t-shirt that says that with these live streams. I'm lost because I never remember where I am. Let's see. Charlie says, still happy with the 24 Platinum TRD Off-Road with TRD Lift. Oh, yeah, keep that forever, dude. Erwin, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? I appreciate you being here. Erwin's ready for the Giants game tonight. Samson says, is Nightshade package a rare package? I guess it'll depend on where you are. Up here in the Northeast, I see Nightshade all the time. So up here, not so much. But again, around the country, it's so different. It's like I always tell people when they're looking for a deal. When I tell them, oh, this was 70,000, I got it for 63 and change. They're like, there's no way you did. I couldn't get that where I was. There are some places that still are marking Tundras up. So everything's different. It really depends on your region. Andrew says, I would totally go to Texas for a meetup. Sweet, dude. Sweet. Steve says, Western North Carolina. I like it. Thank you for being here, Steve. Justin says, why does Toyota make so few Sequoias compared to the Tundra? I think it's a matter of what they predict sales will be, because that's a very saturated market, right? That full size, third row seat SUV category. Chevy Suburban, Yukon, all that stuff, those guys run all the way at the top of that, I am at a loss for words. A segment. Oh my God, I got lost there for a minute. I thought I was having a stroke. Yeah, so that segment is very tight. So they probably just build less because of that. But yeah, there's usually one or two on the lot. Yeah, that was weird, man. I was like, whoa, almost lost it. You guys almost saw that thing that you always see those there's like memes on it where people are talking on like newscasts and then they just stop talking and they stare. I didn't want that. Courtney says, good evening, Mark. Congrats again on the new truck. Philly here. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate you very much. Courtney on Twitter is probably my biggest fan there. Thank you very much, Courtney. And I know you're a Flyer fan. And as an Islander fan, I can't accept that. But because you're cool, I'll allow it. But let's go Islanders. Chris says, I love the different metal flakes in the midnight black. Watching from, I'm going to say this wrong, Midlothian, Virginia, just outside of Richmond. I used to go down to Richmond International Raceway for NASCAR all the time. Joseph says, from Florida, cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers to you. Heading my way says, Pepsi is big in South Carolina. Oh, Pepsi's big everywhere. Chris says, same for me, Steve. Love the limited edition. Bill says, loving the channel from North Carolina, 2020 Crew Max. Best vehicle I've ever had. Nice. I love it. Love the 2020. That's when they started to add Entune 3.0. They started to add the app that gave you more. There was an app before that, but you could barely do anything on it. But when they added Entune 3.0 and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the app became something that you could actually use with your Tundra. So that was a big year. That is an underrated giant year for the Tundra, in my opinion. Go Cowboys tonight. We read that before. That is malarkey. Kev says, 1794 interior, I do like a lot. Black headliners, a must. Absolutely. Don't forget, headliners are going black in all Tundras for 2025 and beyond. SR all the way up. No more gray headliners. Sean, what's up, buddy? I did say something about the meetup. We're still trying to figure it out. Still trying to figure out how many would come and show up. Erwin says, go Giants. Cheers, buddy. Rodeo says, you hit the nail on the head, Mark. Go Giants. Wish you felt the same about the Yankees. No, we're working hard. The Mets are trying to get in there. I was all excited for the game against the Braves. It got postponed because of the hurricane coming up, through Atlanta and everything. I'm nervous, but I'm ready to do it. Monday doubleheader is happening to make up for the game, so I'm ready to do it. We're going to get in there. We're going to back in there, and then we're going to win the championship. It's going to be 86 all over again. Sean says, more Tennessee from me. God, a lot of Tennessee. Andrew says, the vented seats in the new gen are light years better than the 20 and 2021s. My 17 Platinum had the ventilated seats, and they were just okay. These ones, if I turn it on right now, see how long it takes. Okay, I instantly feel it. Lower back, butt, and I hear it. You could hear the fans in the seats. I'm actually going to keep that on. That feels nice. Good call. Robert says, I do have that hat. Absolutely. I would think you would. Is that hat online to buy? This was actually sent to me from someone that is a fan of the channel from the factory. So I don't know if it's for sale, but yeah, this is my favorite hat. Absolute favorite hat. I have a couple of these Toyota Texas ones. Nothing like representing the folks down in Texas who build these trucks. Best of the best. Nubian says, Maryland, besides my beloved F-150s, I would probably have chose a Tundra, but the engine failures scare me off. Who knows, maybe my next truck will be a Tundra Platinum or 1794. Well, I have nothing but good things to say about the F-150. I'm not one of those people that just likes the Tundra and hates everything. I think the entire half-ton segment is amazing. And of course, the F-150 is at the top of the mountain. But they're working through the problems. They're remedying the engine issues. So maybe one of these days we'll see you in a Tundra. And then the good news is this. You ride it for a few years. If you love it, you stay Tundra. If you don't, you go back to Ford. It's a win-win. America. Choices. Nick says, Tundra dude, can't get the 18-inch TRD wheels with the 14-inch screen, right? You can. I thought that was you the other day that said that. If it wasn't, somebody mentioned that they can't find an SR5 TRD off-road with the 14-inch screen when it has the 18-inch wheel and tire package. I've seen them a few times with the screen and the 18-inch wheel and tire package. Tri-County Toyota, and I don't remember the other ones. More than not, I see them with the upgraded wheel, but I have seen them with the 18-inch wheel and tire and the 14-inch screen. Rodeo says, and that's one of the reasons why I drive my awesome 1794 Smoke 'Em Ski TRD off-road. Lucky man. Mike says, just got a call from dealership 2024 Tundra Pro just arrived, picking it up tomorrow. Everyone, take your drink. Put it in the air. Come on. If you have a drink with you, this one's for Mike. Mike is picking up his TRD Pro tomorrow. He got the call from the dealership. That's a big deal. It is Mike's personal Christmas Eve today, right now. Cheers, Mike. Congratulations. That is a great feeling when you know, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're going to get your brand new Tundra. I love it. I won't be able to do that for a while. I had my Christmas Eve a couple weeks ago. This one's for Mike. Nothing but luck, nothing but good times with your TRD Pro, sir. Cheers. One can down. Keep going. Luke says, I agree, go Giants. Absolutely. Last question for me. You can ask as many questions as you want, good sir. Should I go 1794 with TRD off-road package with the lift kit, tow mirror, front skid plate at $82K, or should the capstone with the tow mirror skid plate at the same price? That's a tough one. Because you can't go TRD off-road in the capstone, but if it's going to be on the road anyway, it all comes down, do you want the 22-inch wheels? Do you want the black and white semi-aniline leather? But other than those two things, the 1794, it has the same luxury features in it. The seats are the genuine leather, heated ventilated front and rear. Heated ventilated front and rear in the capstone as well. So if it was me, I'm going 1794 all day long. But if you like the capstone, consider it. Drive both of them. Andrew says, would you trade your 1794 for a limited edition if the numbers worked and one was available? No, I'm good. I'm good. Don't get me wrong. That truck was sweet. And I did try to work numbers on that. And I had people telling me my numbers were bad on this. You should see the numbers they were coming out with on that. I mean, I'm talking like mortgage payments on that. But I'm good, man. This is not one of those like, oh, I got this because I couldn't get that. I'm good. This is the top of the line for me. If someone came up here with a free 1794 limited edition right now, I wouldn't trade. I'm good to go. I'm nice. I'm content. I'm happy. Oh, man, I'm lost again. Kevin says, hello from Roanoke. Congrats on the 1794. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Sean says, at what mileage are you planning on doing? We already talked about that. The interior looks fantastic. Thank you very much. Kev says, Tundra 22 to 25 start-stop eliminator by 4D Tech. $100. Check them out. Plug and play. I will. Thank you very much for that. No wood grain on the steering wheel, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. I liked the 1794 from the last generation. Got the Pepsi burp, excuse me. Don't get me wrong. I would have bought one 100%. If you haven't seen the videos, and I'm asking you guys to go way back, there is a playlist if it makes it easier on you. I had a press vehicle in 2020. It was a Voodoo Blue 1794 TRD off-road that I was driving around in. And I'm a New York Mets fanatic. And it was Voodoo Blue with the orange interior. Because this is saddle brown, but the old 1794 was an orange interior. I don't care what anyone says. That was awesome. Go check out that playlist. But when I sat in it, I was like, I love this truck, but there's so many colors going around that nothing made sense. There was chrome, there was silver, there was like a rubber wood grain on everything. And then that like orange interior, they were throwing a lot of colors at you in that last generation 1794. I feel like the new generation 1794 is now, muted a lot. The color of the seats is more of an actual saddle brown instead of just being called saddle brown. The wood grain is darker. Everything just flows a lot nicer now. That's just me. Let me pop this new Pepsi before we keep going. We're going to be here for a while, right? You guys hanging out? We got nowhere to be. The game doesn't start for another hour and a half. So we got to start it right. We got to start it right like we always do. Cheers. Raise them up. To the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada, we love you. Over the road truckers, what would we do without you? God bless America. Man, I'm not going to sleep tonight. All right, here we go. Brian says, hi, Mark. Comparing the SR5 to your new truck, do you feel a difference in ride quality? Yes, particularly due to the better cab mounts in the 1794. The ride is a lot quieter. So, like, I didn't feel like I had a wind noise issue on my SR5, but this feels, I think I said this in my video 1 week later of the 1794. Everything in here just feels tighter. Acoustic windshield, got the hydraulic cab mounts, the better materials on the inside. Everything just feels built well in here. That's the vibe I'm getting coming from the SR5. It's dead quiet on the road. All I could hear is my favorite sound in the world, the fed-in engine noise, baby. So, yes, I do feel a difference from the SR5 for sure. Average Joe says, hello from the mountains of Pennsylvania. Where are you in Pennsylvania, Average Joe? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Courtney says, thanks, Mark. Yeah, so I'm going to be getting on you, Courtney. I'm going to be sending you messages every time the Islanders beat the Flyers. But if the Flyers beat the Islanders, don't rub it in. We're looking for the Stanley Cup this year. Andrew says, what's wifey think of the truck? She approved it, so she likes it a lot. She is a fan. She likes the interior a lot. She likes the, she doesn't care, but when she sat in it and saw like the ambient lighting and stuff, she's like, oh, this is way nicer than your last one. So if you hear that from the wife, it's a win, in my opinion. She comes with me a lot of times to the dealership walks just to take the ride, and she brings a book. She's a big book reader. She's on pace. Ready for this? If you have a wife that reads books, my wife is on pace to read 52 books in this year, 1 book a week, and she's actually on pace to do it. So she's a huge avid reader. So we pull up to the lot, she opens up her book, and I'm like, all right, see you in a little bit. So when she can come with me, she comes to the lots, but she thinks it's very comfortable, loves the only thing she ever asks when we're buying a new vehicle is, does it have heated seats? And thankfully, most of the ones I've been buying do. So she likes it. She likes it a lot. Loke Red says, hello from Delaware, 2024 limited TRD, all the bells here. I love it. Just received my second key yesterday, took 5 months. That seems to be the turnaround time for the second key, about 5 months. I only have 1 key, so I'm hoping it comes like you, around 5 months, maybe earlier. But yep, that's still going on. Delaware, I go to Dover for NASCAR every year, and I'm always trying to do dealership walks at Delaware dealerships, but they never respond. So maybe one day I will walk your lots down there, sir. Reg says, cheers, Mike. There we go for his new purchase. I love it. Andy says, I love my 2023 Tundra TRD Pro. Cool. Solar Octane was a bit much for me, but after 18 months, I love it. You know what? I think a lot of people felt that way, but Solar Octane is sweet, especially with all the black interior. Not black interior. Solar, oh yeah, you could say black interior too, but all the black accenting. I think it looks great. Wow, Pano moonroof open, way to show off. TRD John, my boy, I love you. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even going to have it open. It's just to get some light in here because it's a lot darker than you're seeing on the phone right now. But thanks, buddy. Thanks for stopping in and busting my stones. Kid says, are you going to black out the silver pieces on the truck? As of now, no. I like the way everything looks on the outside, but that may change down the road. But as of now, I'm just kind of enjoying the 1794 for what it is as far as looks. Andrew says, have you driven with the pano rear window? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Day one. All the windows were down. But my favorite thing to do, and my wife agrees with this as well, we open this and we open the back window, but you keep the side windows up. You can actually have a conversation. There's no wind turbulence noise. So that's our favorite go-to. And if it's a little chilly out, you put the heated seats on. Boom. Done deal. Technology's great. Reg says, oh, have you heard about the key that looks like a CC? I think dealerships can program less stuff in your pockets like a credit card. Really? No, I haven't heard of that. Hell yeah, just came back. Hello. Welcome back, Full Send. Joe says, cheers. Rodeo says, just hit 50K on my 21. She got her first transmission fluid change. There you go. Average Joe says, Crescent, PA. Is that near Hamlin, PA? PEM Enterprises says, any plans to add tow hooks? Yeah, so I had the AFE power tow hooks on my 23. I will be adding them to the 24 as well. Quick install, $170, no big deal. Jeremy says, hey, Mark, congratulations on the new truck all the way from Wyoming. I'm jealous. Don't be. You live in Wyoming. I'm jealous that I don't live in Wyoming, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Andrew says, are the gas trucks as quiet as the hybrids? It's quiet. Yeah. I mean, you can hear the turbo spooling and stuff and fun, things like that. But overall, it's dead quiet in here. And I got to be honest with you, don't get mad. And I'm not saying it in a way where if you bought one, you're in the wrong. Just personal preference. I think the regular iForce engine does great. I was afraid this truck would feel too heavy with that engine. But like I use my underseat storage quite a bit. I'm so happy that I got the regular one, but to each their own. My local dealership is Laurel Toyota. They're outstanding to deal with. Hey, email me, tundradude34@gmail.com, and just say Laurel Toyota, and I'll see if they want to do a walk video. Ford Truck Channel. Nice. Here we go. Congrats on your new 1794 from a longtime viewer. I found your channel after I bought my 2013 Tundra 4x4, watching you from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. All right, we're doing a cheers for Ford Truck Channel. Cheers. If he's in Camp Lejeune, he's in the military, so cheers. Be safe. Thank you for defending our country. I appreciate everything you do for us. You and all the other boys and girls out there, cheers to you. God bless the troops. Always. And we got to change the name of your channel, though. Joe says, dang, y'all are making me feel lucky. I got 2 keys with mine when I got it about a month ago. Solid. Yeah, I did not. When he brought the 1 key to me, I was like, oh, we're still doing that key thing. Okay. Joey says, congrats on the 1794 TRD, brother. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Joey. I appreciate it. Kev says, FYI, the credit card key for the Tacoma works on the new Tundra. Car Care Nut did the programming on his first oil change video. I love Car Care Nut. I love his channel. He's a good guy. Dougie, what's going on, pal? Good to see you. Ryan, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Leonard says, congrats on the great new truck. Just the one I was hoping you'd get. Looking forward to the content, and I appreciate it very much. I was just as shocked as you. Dougie says, check out the Car Care Nut video from a couple days ago. Okay, that's that key thing we were talking about. Cool. There's the card number. Copy. Red says, my wife is doing the same thing. Brian says, cheers. Pedro says, hey, brother, just got my Tundra yesterday. Congratulations, Pedro. What'd you get, buddy? Would love to know. All right. Now we're all caught up on comments for the first time tonight. 73 viewers, 70 likes. I thank you guys so much for the likes. That's cool. So what are we going to talk about here? Andrew says, 2025 National Toyota Dealer Walk featuring Mark, coast to coast, sleeping in the back of the 1794. I would do that in a heartbeat. I bet you if I wanted to, I could get that set up. No dealership says no, when I'm going to their lot. Some are like, yeah, you can come walk the lot. And some are like, yo, what do you need from us? Like I went to Dell Toyota last week in Thorndale, PA, I believe it was. They had over 50 Tundras. The gentleman I was talking to there was so helpful about the lot walk, and I don't demand anything from the dealerships. I just like to let them know I'm coming. So if you see some weirdo walking on your lot at 7 in the morning with a camera, I'm a friendly. We're good. But some of them like, what could we do? What could we do to make it better for you and for your viewers? And I think that's awesome either way. But Dell Toyota was great, and I will definitely be going back there. Their layout was awesome. Sometimes I pull into a lot, and like it's on a main road, and you could barely hear. I gotta like scream in the microphone the whole time. And then there's ones where like the Tundras are a little recessed or off to the side, and it's easy to walk. No one's around. It's dead quiet, and that's what Dell Toyota was. Like the main building was here, and then the Tundras were, over to the left of the building. It was great. Holman is another really good one to walk. There's some that are just off the road, and it's awesome. And I prefer those, but I go to the ones that are on the road, which are fine. I just have to yell into the mic the whole time, and then I got to go home and edit the sound so you guys, don't hear crazy yelling. Because sometimes to me, I have to speak loud, but the mic picks it up like, oh my God, way too loud. So what are you going to do? Show how the pano roof closes and opens. Okay. Well, can you see? I don't want to move the camera too much. See if you can see this. Here we go. Ready? You just push the button. And then it does this thing that all these Toyotas do now. It stops there. And then when you hit the button again, it continues to go all the way back. So now it's completely open, right? Now, if I want to, I could close one, I could close the roof, or I could do both by just hitting one button. So this is going to be both of them. This is when it's going to get very dark in here. But we'll leave it closed. We're good. I think we're going to be good on light. And there it is, all the way closed. So what's your thoughts on that? Oh, got more comments coming in here. Okay. Rodeo says 80 viewers on the chat and only 70 likes. Hit the like button. I agree. Hit that like button. And Pedro says we got the limited TRD off-road magnetic gray. Super stoked. Oh, great pick, dude. Great pick. Reg says, sure, okay, I did that. Dougie says, I prefer small dealerships. I have only had bad experience with the large conglomerate dealerships. I hear you. Full Send says, Leah Toyota of Rockland in southern New York, my local dealer, has a 2025 Mudbath Sequoia coming soon. Ooh, it's currently in transit. I know it's a Sequoia, and you may not be interested, but hey, let me know. Did we ever talk about this? That's your local dealership in Rockland? I'm from Peekskill. I'm born and raised in Peekskill, which is right next to Rockland. Small world. Luke says, I have a 2024 BMW X7 and my 1794 rides better. There you go, dude. Andrew says, how does the panel roof fold up? I've yet to be smart enough to figure it out in my Platinum. What do you mean? Like the shade? I think the shade just rolls. I don't know. Is that what you're talking about? Average Joe says, I love my 2020 Limited in Mag Gray. I use it to haul my dump trailer, which just so happens to be almost the same color. Here's a video link to see it in action. I don't know if the video link will work, but try it anyway. Luke says, I wanted my backseat storage, therefore no iForce Max. And how do you feel about your truck with no iForce Max? You good? Because I feel like mine hauls the mail. No problems whatsoever. Dougie says, have you got access to a lift to do a walk under while the truck is still new and clean? I could do that. I could figure that out. I don't have access, but I could get access. You could just ask. I'm sure the local dealership would allow it. I try to have a connection at every single dealership I go to, for things like that. See how much darker it is with the shade closed, though? It's pretty crazy, right? Now all of our upper light is gone, but it looks good with the black headliner. You know, one thing I wanted to show you, and I think it's too dark to show you, but I'm still going to try. I want to show you. We gotta get out here for a minute. I'm sorry. Hope I don't lose you. Flip it around. I wanted to show you these floor liners here. The new last fits. These things are sweet. If you are interested in these floor liners, in the description of this live stream is my link and promo code. Go check them out. They're a lot cheaper than the competitors. Got that. Good form. You should have saw this. And if you look at the video of when I actually, did the video on changing out the floor liners, the stock one was like, it was just a little one in the middle compared to this that goes like all the way back here, all the way up here. Check it out. Just trying to save you guys 15%. I am going to get a tonneau cover for sure. Ugh, getting back in. Hold on. So it's getting darker. There's that lighting for you, ambient lighting. And you can actually change the ambient lighting. Up here, there's a button, a mood button. If I hit it, see how it gets less and less? So you have options. I like it bright. I want to know that I spent the money. So there you go. Coming back at me now. Hi. Hello. We get you back in here. All right. Accidentally hitting buttons. No problem. Okay. So thank you guys for hitting the like button there. We're up to 83 likes. I'd like to get to 100 likes live. Is that hard? Let's figure it out. There's 72 on here. 83 likes. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get to 100. That would be nice. People asked. Dougie says, I bet the service manager might even help with the video unless he's camera shy. Could be. Tonneau cover is happening for sure. Andrew says, I wish the interior lights were a bit brighter on the inside. Yeah, I felt that way ever since I got the new generation Tundra. Love it. Jelly, jelly, jelly. I got to get one now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's an upgrade from the SX. It's coming. I hate to make you guys spend money, but I'm here to help when you wanna. Let me go get my other accounts, and like, you don't have to go crazy. We're up to 88. I think eventually we'll hit 100. That's the goal. It's the 1794 in-car live stream. It can't end until there's 100 likes. It just can't. That's the rule. But, you know, overall, I don't know if you guys watched my video yesterday talking about the financials of the truck. You know, I'm happy where I'm at. It makes sense for, you know, the channel earnings and revenue from all my social medias and stuff. So I'm thrilled with everything to do with that kind of thing with the truck. So this is all a win right now. Everything is a win. And it took a little patience, because one of the things I said yesterday in the video, in August, this deal wasn't happening. In September, things changed in the way Toyota does their leasing, as far as like money factor numbers that needed to line up. And then everything became possible. So if you're in the market for a Tundra now, they're just going to get better as the year goes on, as the 2024s are still around. And depending on where you are in the country, there's a ton of 2024s still around. So go out looking, start talking to your dealer. Joseph says, glad you finally got the truck you always wanted. I will be keeping my 2020 SR5 TRD off-road double cab. Yeah, that's a great truck too. And that's when the double cab could actually, you know, fit adults in the back. And one thing I learned right away, and I want to give you guys this quick story at the end. We're almost to 100 likes, so we're going to hit that. I appreciate you guys very much. I got the Pepsi burp first. Okay, we're good. One thing I learned right away, when I was going from the Pro to the SR5, and I got the double cab, I could have got a Crew Max, but I got a double cab because I was like, all right, there's a lot of people with new gen Tundras on YouTube. Let me try the double cab and show people how it is to live with the double cab in the new generation, with it being smaller. And I instantly realized that even though I don't have kids or nothing, it just wasn't like it used to be. I've bought a lot of double cabs in my life, but you know, that was in the old gen when you could fit people in the back. This was just the minute I got in that, and a couple weeks in, when the newness wore off, I was like, oof, I should have went Crew Max. And I felt that way all the way through. That's actually why I bought a tonneau cover for that truck. I'm not a huge tonneau cover guy. That's why I always like to buy the trifold soft covers, because they're easy to take off. Because the stuff I use my bed for, I don't always want a tonneau cover on, and it gets in the way. So when I bought the tonneau cover, I could throw everything back there, and it got a little bit easier. But still, I like the fact of having a full back seat again. So it's a win there. Andrew says, have you driven sport mode and tow haul? I've driven in both. I like normal. And I felt that way in all the new generation Tundras I've driven. I felt like the tow haul mode made a big difference in the second generation. But in this, it just makes the truck feel super jumpy in the new generation. Normal with the 10-speed transmission and the power this truck has feels nice and linear in normal, in my opinion. Eco, I'm good. Let's see. Gene says, what's the payload on your new 1794? Looks cherry. That's a great question. I think the payload on these is around 18 something. 18 and change, I think. And I will get back to you on that. Full Send says, some other Tundras are at Leah currently available, all 2024s. 1794, 1794, night shift. Ooh, they've got some nice ones. Send me that. TundraDude34@gmail.com. I'm going to look up that lot. Average Joe says, I wish they made the 1794 third gen in sand dune. Sand dune was an awesome color. Yeah, there's, you know, so now it's going to be called mud bath. It's a little bit darker. Used to be called quicksand. Philip says, double cab storage area only. Thumbs up. Yep. Morrow, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Hey, Mark, greetings from California. So I noticed my 22 Tundra AC doesn't blow as cold as it should. How's yours doing? What are your thoughts on this issue? Congrats on the new Tundra. I felt that way in some new generation Tundras, but I could tell you sitting in this one, it's blowing cold because this entire time it's been on. Okay, the air's been on. I'm not sweating, and I sweat when I eat, so that's a big deal. So far, so good in this truck. I think it all depends on how much you put your fan on. So I have it at 62 and the fan on 2, so 2 notches. It's blowing nice, but some people put it all the way to the max, and the truck just never gets it cold enough. And of course, it also depends. You said you're in California. If it's 150 degrees out, you know, it's never going to cool down nicely. But this one is so far so good. Imagine 2026 when we'll get a Mud Bath Limited SR5 Platinum in 1794. Yeah, that's what I said. I should have waited for the Mud Bath because I would totally get that. Rodeo says, got to go, Mark. Hope we can meet up one day at the meet and greet, or maybe when you hit the hideout. Be safe, buddy. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Sam says, hi, Mark. I'm driving 1794 from Atlanta to Mobile, Alabama. The 1794 crew is in the house. I love it. Planning to get a platinum next year. Nice, Dennis. Let me know what you end up doing, or if you have any questions along the way. Real quick, we're at 99 likes. 99 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's do it. Oh, man. Trying to find... trying to see it for you on the payload sticker. Hold on. I don't see where it says payload on there. I may be blind. No, it says 1800 on the website when you look up the truck. But I'm sure, yes, it's always less when you look at the actual sticker. We need Toyota to give us a better payload. Anyone else feel the same? I think everyone's been saying about that, about Toyota for a long time. We're up to 105 likes. Thank you guys so much. Well, it's 66 minutes in, and I'm going to go get ready to watch the Giants game now. But I thank all of you for being here in the cab of the 1794. We finally did it. I was trying to do this live stream for so long. Just let me know if you want to see more live streams from inside the cab. We probably still could do it when it's dark because my iPad seems to be lighting my face enough to where, you know, it doesn't look too crazy. I could always open this top until it gets pitch black, but you let me know in the comments below. And I want to end it right, as always. First off, I want to thank you guys for watching the channel every single day. Without you, there is no me. Tundra Dude is only around because you guys are here watching it. And because you're here watching it, we get to buy cool stuff like these trucks, right? So I want you to know that hasn't gone forgotten. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. You're all the best. So a cheers to all of you. Of course, a cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada, because without them, we don't get to do fun stuff like Toyota Tundra. We don't get to do YouTube channels. We live free because of our protection. That should always be remembered. Always the over-the-road truckers. We love each and every one of them because if they're not moving, we're not getting supplies. So you got to love them. And as always, God bless the United States of America. Best country in the world. Keep on keeping on. I thank you guys for watching from the cab of the 1794. Spent the money. Now I got to live in the truck. So a lot more live streams coming from here. Go down in the comments. Let me know anything you want to see going forward with this truck. I'd be happy to show you. But for now, time to go watch the Giants beat the Cowboys. You guys have a great night. Be safe, be well, and thank you for tuning in.